Oh man, new year, new campaign trail. This time we're kind of bringing it back to its basics. We're doing 2012 Redux Edition, and we're going to be Mitt Romney, and we're going to take down Barack Obama. Should be pretty good. Oh, Mitt Romney. Could you imagine, how America would be right now if Mitt Romney won in 2012 and was a two-termer? How different history would have been. I had a friend contact me. It was a little while ago, and he was asking me about that, exact situation. And in my opinion, I think a Mitt Romney presidency would be, pretty boring one, but that's not necessarily bad. Things are pretty crazy. And, Mitt Romney, he's a good guy. He seems like a very good person. I do kind of like Mitt Romney. But let's head on with this. All right, so as the 2012 campaign heats up, the economy is slow to recover from the Great Recession. Candidates must debate how to grow the economy, the effects of the Affordable Care Act, and more to win this election. President Barack Obama needs to combat sluggish approval ratings and address the economic situation to secure a second term. Mitt Romney must utilize his business acumen and governing expertise to provide a favorable contrast to the president. Okay, so really to sum up 2012, people still have a bad taste in their mouth from, the Bush years. And Obama, he's a very good campaigner, good orator. And Mitt Romney is kind of seen as this, very rich, out-of-touch guy. And also his religion kind of plays into it. He's a Mormon. So people think, Mitt Romney, he's, kind of weird. He's this really rich, weird guy. The states that we're going to be going for in this one is we're going to try to go for Ohio, try to do Virginia, Florida, maybe Colorado, and maybe Iowa. But this is going to be pretty difficult because this is the first election I really, really remember. When Obama got elected, I was still in elementary school, so I don't really remember too much of that. But for 2012, it's, Mitt Romney, he tried. He really, really did. I remember he was at the London 2012 Olympics, and it just didn't happen. So let's do it. So we're going to be Mitt Romney, and let's read his bio. So home state of Massachusetts, Mitt Romney has secured the Republican nomination, fighting off a host of more conservative rivals. He is best known as the former governor of Massachusetts and founding private investment firm Bain Capital. He hopes his business-friendly, moderate image will serve as an asset in this election. However, as no one's preferred candidate, Romney must unite the many factions of the Republican Party and appeal to enough swing voters to unseat Obama. Oof. Yeah, it's going to be tough. And our VP. So he went with Paul Ryan. I'm not going to go with Paul Ryan. Let's see who else we got. So we got Rob Portman from Ohio. Ohio is a very important swing state. We got Marco Rubio from Florida. Mitt Romney famously did pretty bad with minorities, so we should probably shore up that Hispanic support. Tim Pawlenty from Minnesota. We're not winning Minnesota. Chris Christie from New Jersey. We're definitely not winning New Jersey. So Marco Rubio. So a recently elected senator from Florida, Marco Rubio brings strong political connections from that state. As a member of the Cuban-American community, he could help blunt the change that Romney is indifferent to the rapidly growing Hispanic community. Rubio is also considered more conservative than some of Romney's other options and is on good terms with the Tea Party movement. Florida is a must-win state for the Republicans in 2012. All right, let's do this. And we got shuffle questions, I guess. Well, no, because I've never done this before, so we're going to see how this goes. You have officially clinched the Republican nomination and will face Democratic President Barack Obama in the November election. What is your strategy for defeating him? So how should we do this? See, we will attack President Obama relentlessly. He has gone back on his pledge to clean up our political system. Yeah, it's going to look pretty bad because it's going to be deemed as the Republicans made this mess in the first place. I will emphasize the conservatism of my views and governing philosophy. I will remind the American people that I am strong on defense and that I am pro-life, pro-free market, pro-business, and deeply religious. That is definitely not going to help. I will reach out to moderates and conservative Democrats to attempt to build an all-encompassing coalition. It's time that America had a true leader in charge. This is actually pretty good. My surrogates have plenty of points to make about the failure of the Obama administration. As the nominee, I will take the high road and stick to a message of optimism and American renewal. I mean, that's also pretty good. So, I mean, both of number 3 and number 4 are both pretty positive, but I think we got to reach out. So we'll do that. You already have a reputation as a moderate, and plenty of voters are looking for a new start. Make sure you get conservative support, though. Okay. You have selected Florida Senator Marco Rubio as your running mate. What will you say about him in your announcement? I'm going to be honest, I don't know Marco very well. Okay, that's just... No. Senator Rubio's youth and vibrance has made him a rock star in Florida. It might seem a little soon for such a massive jump to the vice presidency, but with his conservative credentials, he is the future for this party. Yeah, I guess he is pretty young, but he's not like Dan Quayle, so... All right. It's comical how much you're pumping him up, but conservatives are undoubtedly excited about VP Rubio. And here's the map, and how are we looking? Oh, God, this is not looking good. So it's time to start campaigning. So we're 2 points down in Pennsylvania, 2 points down in Ohio. Ohio is a must-win. We currently have Florida. I imagine that's going to seize up at some points. We got North Carolina. Virginia is dead tied, so Virginia is going to be very important to us. Iowa within 2 points. So it's very close right now. So I think we will start this show off in Ohio. What will be the defining theme of your nomination speech at the Republican National Convention? I will hammer on the theme that Obama has completely failed the United States as president. He has presided over the largest deficit increases and highest unemployment rate in almost 100 years. Ooh, hard-hitting stuff. I will emphasize the point that the Republican Party has a big tent. We are a party for anyone who tries to work hard and get ahead of America. I don't know. My message will be a message of hope. After 4 years of economic blight, the American people need to feel good about themselves, and they need to know that their efforts will be rewarded with material prosperity. That's pretty good. I will address the long-term danger that liberalism has to create an ossified, uncreative society. I will also emphasize the danger to our individual and collective rights that is inherent in Obama's philosophy. So I think I want to go with a positive campaign, but we do have to hammer Obama eventually. Yeah, but I don't want to be too hardcore. This could work very, very well for you. Make sure you also offer some policy specifics to keep your base fired up. All right, that's good advice. Oh, God. All right. In response to the DREAM Act being stalled in Congress, the Obama administration has implemented the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, DACA, program. Will you attack this on the campaign trail? Ooh, interesting. The Obama administration is openly defying ICE. I call on the Supreme Court to squash this program. Honestly, I'm in support of DACA, as long as this amnesty is not granted to illegals. Hey. I don't want to comment too much on this. Let's focus on other issues. Or we can go hardcore conservative and say, there's an unbelievable slap in the face to hardworking Americans. These kids should not be allowed to stay in the country legally. So we don't want to do this one because I feel like that's going to be a little bit too much. We can just not say anything about it. We can support it, which is going to just make our base really angry. Or we can say they're defying ICE. So it's kind of a got you question. So what happens if I want to focus on other issues? What's going to happen? You're leaving a line of attack on the table. Just saying. Oh, God. But I think we're winning. Let's hold the election today. Hold it today. Okay, so we got Virginia. That's good. We got Ohio. That is good. New Hampshire. Yes. Iowa, we're tied. Colorado and Nevada, we're pretty much tied. So things are looking pretty good, but I can imagine this is going to seize up. We're probably going to get some gotcha question about wealth. So let's go to Iowa. So the economy, they're liberal. Healthcare, liberal. Iowa liberal on all this stuff? I don't think so. Earlier this year, President Obama announced his support for legalizing same-sex marriage. Where do you stand on this? Oh, God. I'm personally opposed, but we need to leave this issue to the states. I mean, that's probably the best answer I can do as a Republican. Unless I want to pull a Dick Cheney and just, be fully in support of it. Do a little wild card. I believe civil unions are an acceptable compromise. I understand this is a contentious issue for many Americans. Because I think in 2012, I think most people were basically like, yeah, it should happen. So how do we want to do this? Because I think public opinion... Well, let's take a look at the states that we absolutely need to win. So Iowa... So this is socialist. It leans liberal. Ohio is moderate. Virginia, moderate. So Colorado, liberal. So on all these states that we absolutely need to win, New Hampshire leans liberal. We got to be, moderate or just slightly liberal. I mean, he is, the former governor of Massachusetts after all. So he's a moderate. So definitely don't want to go with that one. You know what? Let's just go all the way. Just go all the way, Just go with the public opinion. We got to win these swing states. So let's see what happens. The Christian right is livid. They are on the verge of an open revolt. But where else are they going to go? The Constitutional Party? I don't think so. What is your stance on the Bush tax cuts, which are set to expire at the end of the year? Oh, God. Let's see. I support letting the cuts expire. The increased tax revenue will go right back into Americans' pockets and help balance the budget. Not only should we keep them, we need further tax cuts to stimulate the economy. Well, you got to keep in mind, the Great Recession is in, recent memory, so this is going to be a little dodgy. We should keep the tax cuts as it is for the foreseeable future. Let the economy recover a little bit more first, or they should stay in place. Raising taxes is never a good idea. Let's see. Well, obviously, this is Republican Politics 101. We want to make it seem like people are, getting more money in their pockets. So, how can we play this off? We need further taxes to stimulate the economy, or we should keep the taxes for the foreseeable future. Let the economy recover a little bit more first. So there's not really a good answer in this. This is kind of a gotcha. So, because I'd rather have a response saying like, let's cut taxes for Americans, but I guess not. So we'll do this one and see how it goes. Your base is hoping to hear something more forceful on taxation issue. Oh, great. Oh, God. I think I am hurting a bit now. Oof. So maybe that was not a good idea. So we're on the defense yet again. We're on the offense. So we'll go to Virginia. The signature achievement of your opponent's first term is signing the Affordable Care Act, though it has become something of a lightning rod on the right. What will be the messaging surrounding Obamacare as you try to deny him a second term? So we absolutely can't rubber stamp this program, but we need to address the misinformation some people on our side have been spreading about this. Obamacare is not socialism, so that's not going to help. This is the wrong way to reform the American healthcare system. We should be focusing on malpractice reform, on cutting red tape for private insurers. That's probably what we need to go with. Obamacare is a disaster. Not only is it an unconstitutional violation of personal freedom, but it will lead to a decline in American healthcare. It will prove to be financially impossible to maintain without socializing the healthcare system. Okay. My allies can tackle Obamacare, and I'll focus on the economy instead. So that's also not good. So 1 or 2. Actually, no, 1 is also really bad. So realistically, this is the only answer we can kind of go with. as a Republican. A strong rebuttal that appeals to moderates and independent voters. All right. What is your guiding foreign policy philosophy? All right. So how do we want to do this? Do the states have any information on that? So foreign policy. So for Virginia, it's moderates, leans conservative for Ohio, Iowa, liberal, Colorado, moderates. So we want to be a moderate on this. So we can do human rights, American exceptionalism, which, isn't going to do too well. Non-intervention. So let's read about this. Most of our foreign troop deployments are relics of the Cold War. We need to stop occupying other nations and focus on fixing our problems here at home. That could work out pretty well for us. Pragmatism. Our foreign policy right now is effective. We need to guide foreign nations towards democracy and open markets. Doing so will increase the world's prosperity and decrease the chance of future wars. I think non-intervention, will resonate with voters a lot more. So Mitt Romney, who is non-interventionist. Let's see how this goes. You placed yourself to the left of Barack Obama on this issue. Bold strategy, Cotton. But hey, I think it's looking good. So we're at 253. So we're within striking distance. The popular vote, we are pretty much dead even. So we're not out of this. So we got Colorado, which is nice. Nevada's within 2 points. So yeah, we're within 2 points of winning this thing. So yeah. I guess it doesn't hurt to go to Pennsylvania. Great. Religion. You are the first Mormon major party candidate nominee. To what extent will you speak about your religious faith on this campaign trail? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So guiding force for his life, no. I've already made one speech that is entirely devoted to this issue back in 2008. Bringing it up more often runs the risk of distracting the American people from the most important issues of this campaign. On occasion, it makes sense to bring this up. Over the years, I have helped out many in need through the Mormon Church, both with my time through charity. We should make sure the American people know this about me. I think we can either just not bring it up or, this is also pretty good. Charity is good. You should always donate to charity. So it makes him seem like a nice, reasonable guy. So why not? Nothing wrong with promoting your charitable side, but swing voters will get hesitant over your religious views. Oh, God. Your tenure at Bain Capital has been a source of controversy during the campaign, with critics saying you laid off thousands of workers at various companies that it purchased. Do you have any comment on this? Oh, God. Let's see. Joseph Schumpeter coined the term creative destruction. Society will never evolve if some people aren't relocated to more productive pursuits from time to time. What? We all made mistakes when we were younger. I am no exception. But yeah, you weren't 20, okay? We created numerous companies like Staples, which are American success stories, employing thousands of people. Pretty good, Deflect. I made jobs. Just keep spinning. Oh, wow. We're doing pretty good. We're making the C's up. Actually, no, Obama's doing a little bit better, but we're holding it. We're holding it. So we got Virginia, we got Ohio, 50% now. That's good. Iowa, definitely we need to get. So New Hampshire is also a possibility. It's only 4 electoral votes. I think Iowa and Colorado are going to be much bigger priorities. So let's go to Colorado. It is no secret that you are not the Tea Party's preferred Republican presidential candidate. Will you make any attempts to reach out to these voters during the general election? Of course. We need all the votes we can get. A funny thing just happened on January 20th, 2009. Millions of people who supported Bush's deficits suddenly flip-flopped into budget hawks. This group is obviously just a political front. Okay, nope. We can do certainly. The Tea Party is a positive and invigorating force in American politics. They're drawing badly needed attention to our government deficits. And I don't think that's necessary. So, we got to rile up that base. Rule number 1, never abandon your base. Your favorability ratings among conservatives see a good jump, but I hope the moderates still like me. I hope they understand that I gotta do this. Some economics have suggested that the government should do more to stabilize home prices. What is your stance? The only people suggesting this are paid by the Obama administration to promote socialism. Okay, that's definitely not going to work. For the most part, I don't think that's appropriate. There are some limited areas like relaxing restrictions on foreign ownership when we still can help out. I think we should probably do some stabilization. I think that's popular with everybody. I think we could I think we could be doing more to purchase homes from the banks and perhaps rent them out until the situation improves. This will help support a price recovery, or the government has no business regulating the value of a home. So none of these are really good answers, actually. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a tough one. So definitely not this one. I don't think number 4 will be good either. Relaxing restriction of foreign ownership. That just doesn't sound good. You don't want people from other countries buying up all the homes. I guess number 3 is probably the one we can go with that would hurt the least. Your supporters raise your eyebrows at this, but a good attempt at appealing to the middle. Yeah, we're winning though, so that's good. So we'll go to Colorado. Or would it? Oh yeah, we'll go to Colorado. Colorado is surprisingly more moderate than Iowa in this situation. You face attacks from both sides on the similarities between your healthcare plan in Massachusetts and Obama's Affordable Care Act. Let's diffuse these critiques. How does Romney care differ from Obamacare? Oh, God. My plan was effective for Massachusetts because that state has better human capital. Oh, no. The United States as a whole has too much obesity, diabetes, and chronic illness. Yeah, definitely going to go with that and just tank the election. My plan was a good plan for Massachusetts. Obamacare is bad because it forces an individual mandate on the American public. We can go with that. I've changed my position on healthcare over the years after much reflection. We should focus on doing anything we can to overturn Obamacare rather than dwelling on what I used to think years in the past. Well, that's definitely not going to be good. And it's probably time to admit that there isn't much difference between our plans. I was simply forced to pander to the extreme elements of the Republican Party during our primary election process. Number 2. This is a Gaia question. This is just designed to hurt me. So let's try and squirm our way out of this. Smart. The mandate is one of the most controversial aspects of Obamacare. A terrorist group in Libya attacked the U.S. consulate and the CIA annex in Benghazi, killing 4 Americans, including the U.S. ambassador. What is your response to this tragedy? The fact that these monsters succeeded in killing Americans on the anniversary of 9/11, no less, is damning proof of Barack Obama's weakness. I will vow that this will never happen under a Romney administration. It's a pretty strong answer. My heart goes out to the dead. But then again, do we want to politicize something like that? That's the thing. Because even though I think it's pretty strong, it could hurt us. We can do thoughts and prayers, but my heart goes out to the dead, but how on earth was this allowed to happen? I will call for an immediate investigation into this. So, we're kind of, I would like to do this one, but they'll be like, hey, you're politicizing this. I definitely don't want to do thoughts and prayers because that's just like a broken record. So we'll go, my heart goes out to the dead. Not that a terrorist attack should be utilized as a political cudgel, but this issue could hurt the Obama administration significantly. We'll let the public decide that. And I'm doing pretty good. So even Wisconsin, looks within play. So I don't want to get too comfortable right now, but I'm looking pretty good. So let's stretch out to the Great Lakes states. Let's do this. How will you approach Iran should diplomatic negotiations to prevent them from developing nuclear weapons continually yield minimal results? I will always act in the best interests of the United States. All options should be on the table, but it's irresponsible at this point to go into further details. I'd rather not discuss this issue right now while diplomatic negotiations are in progress. No, this is a regime that has publicly stated its desire to wipe Israel off the map. It would be suicidal to watch them develop a nuclear weapon without making some attempt to strike back. No. We should withdraw from these discussions. So I will always act in the best interest of the United States. So definitely this one. A vague statement, but acceptable to a large swath of the electorate. Good. The landmark Citizens United Supreme Court case remains a heated topic of discussion. What is your take on this matter? I fully support this decision. The right to disseminate one's political viewpoints freely is central to American democracy. My feelings are mixed on this matter. I think maybe we can investigate ways to prevent money from having undue influence in American politics. This is one of the worst decisions in the history of the court. If they don't see that campaign finance regulation is entirely constitutional, then we need to have an amendment in place. Well, I would be happy to disavow the use of super PAC advertising if Obama would as well. Unfortunately, the other side will do anything to win this election, regardless of how it aligns with the wills of the public. Let's go a little ballsy. But then again, number 4 would be if I'm already down. We'll do it anyway. Why not? A decent spin, given that the Obama administration will certainly take advantage of the new campaign landscape. They'd be kind of dumb not to. But hey, look at this. We're owning Obama, man. We're owning him. Get him out of here. I better not flub this up. We're up 2 points. We're nearly landsliding him in the Electoral College. It seems almost too easy. We got 8 questions left, so we can do this. In the past, you've expressed varying opinions about abortion. Oh, God, no. No. Why? Can you reassure the evangelical Christian movement that you are 100% pro-life in all circumstances? Okay, number 1, I'm pretty sure that Mitt Romney isn't. He does have exceptions. So I'm a proud moderate on the abortion issue. This is going to hurt, man. Oh, my God. We should be focusing on more important issues such as educating the next generation of American children to compete effectively in the global economy. This incessant focus on, what is that word? Picayune facets of the abortion debate detracts from the political conversation. We have to be realistic. I am pro-life in most cases, but we need exceptions for cases of rape and incest. I do agree, however, that taxpayers should never be forced to finance this practice. I'm deeply pro-life. So this is bad. So number 2, definitely not going to do. Number 4, definitely not going to do. If we want to win states like Iowa, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, then in New Hampshire, we cannot be a staunch conservative on this. We just can't. Because it would just bungle the election. So I can say I'm a proud moderate, which again, I'm a Republican, so they should expect that. But what exactly is a proud moderate? And of course, we have the safe answer, which doesn't make anyone happy, though. So I realistically think we have to be a quote-unquote proud moderate. Because we're not going to be losing the votes in states like, let's see how Florida is. Leans conservative. If we lose Florida, then yeah, but I'm just going to say I'm a proud moderate. Pro-life groups call for Republican voters to sit out the election. Oh, God. I mean, do they want Obama, though? Do they really? And we got a chance question. Oh, no. So if I remember correctly, the consensus was that Romney won the first debate, but then Obama won the next two, and then Biden destroyed Paul Ryan. So how are we going to do this? So with the calendar year turning to October, everyone is talking about the upcoming debates. Are you ready to take on Barack Obama 1-1? Can we just sit it out? No, we can't. So, of course, I'm confident I can make the case for why I'm the man to fix our country. It's a chance question, so let's hope we luck out with this, because I got a pretty good lead, and I don't want Obama to just, run all over me. Come on. So, come on. Well, you did what you said you would. Pundits almost unanimously agree that you beat Obama. Good. Expect a nice momentum boost. Are we going to win Minnesota? Oh, that would be mega based if we win Minnesota. So we're crushing him right now. We are legit crushing Obama. But I can't get too confident. We are in the month of October, so we're looking pretty good. So I'll pay a visit to Minnesota. But, okay. Time to tackle another tricky subject. Gun control. God's sake, man. We're going for those hard-hitting questions. What is your position on handgun restrictions? Some limited, sensible regulation is prudent. Overall, the right to own a gun should be protected. Okay. Handgun ownership should be severely restricted. That's not popular with anybody. There should be increased safety requirements, greater measures against illegal ownership by criminals. Sportsmen should be allowed to own handguns for personal use. That's a good answer. Or gun rights are protected by the Second Amendment. Furthermore, an armed citizenry is our best defense against crime and the government tyranny. So that's not good, and that's not good. So 1 and 3 are good. So I'd rather go with number 1. I think number 1 is that's what I would go with. You don't sound overly enthusiastic. I hope that doesn't hurt me, because we're nearing the end. What actions, if any, do you support to mitigate the effects of climate change? Oh, God. We should increase investments in alternative energy sources such as solar and wind while continuing our use of fossil fuels. Diversifying our energy sources will help America achieve energy independence. That's actually pretty good. But we can say climate change is a hoax, which is not going to work. We should have more laws and regulations to reduce our total carbon emissions. Sensible steps include some combination of a cap and trade program domestically. That sounds pretty bad. If climate change is real, it's impossible to determine how much of it results from human action. So no. So, please everybody, let's do a little bit of everything. Your base doesn't support the expanded use of solar or wind power, but oh, no. Oh, God. I feel it just slipping away. But we are 6 electoral votes short, so they hit us. They hit us quite a bit. I had a feeling this might happen. Let's do something a little different and pause on aggressive campaigning. Say something nice about Barack Obama. Okay. We'll play the high road on this. I respect the fact that he is a family man, with a wonderful wife and 2 daughters. I also appreciate his fervent belief in God. Okay. Even if I disagree with his views, I admire him for campaigning on hope and change in 2008. It was clear the people were looking for someone to believe in that time, and he rose to the occasion. No, that's going to make him look too good. Regardless of what happens in this election, Barack Obama is a historic president. He is the first African-American to serve as commander-in-chief, and no one can take that from him. Okay, these are too good, and then no. So we'll just go with the standard one. Conservatives will bristle at anything nice you say about Obama, but talking about family values is a safe choice. Oh, God. I feel like I mean I don't know where I messed up, or maybe it's just more gotcha questions, but it feels like it's kind of slipping now. The automobile industry was one of the hardest hit in the Great Recession. Do you support increasing tariffs on foreign vehicles while the auto industry recovers? I'm a firm believer in free trade. This would not help anybody, and we would only further distort our economy. Huh. I mean, I don't know if there were. I really don't think there were tariffs on Japanese or European cars. Then again, a lot of them are made within America. Absolutely, we need to create an environment where American products can compete fairly with foreign imports. Most foreign companies also build their cars in the United States and employ thousands of Americans. This policy would be like robbing Peter to pay Paul. I think that's a little extreme. I do support measures to assist displaced workers in Michigan and elsewhere as they seek other jobs and education. Okay. So we do want to protect, our manufacturers, but I think number 3 would be good, but this could hurt. The American establishment is by and large anti-tariff. Okay. So we got Colorado, we got Iowa, we're going to need Virginia. We're 2 electoral votes away. So I had a feeling it was going to seize up. Let's go to Virginia, and let's just hope we have some easy questions. With Social Security projected to become insolvent in the next couple decades, do you have any changes you'd like to propose to the program? So how are these states feeling? So the economy leans liberal. Nothing's really talking about these type of programs. So liberal, So with minor changes like an increase to the retirement age, okay, Americans are not going to like that. The projected shortfall that people talk of, we're not even talking about the trust fund making the net payment until 2033. Maybe there are some tweaks we can make to the program, but it is fundamentally sound. That sounds like a Democrat answer. The Social Security program has underfunded liabilities of over $100 trillion. It is time for us to admit that Social Security program is bankrupt before. Okay, no. Now, as a Republican, you want to cut Social Security, but the general consensus is that people like it because the logic is that I paid into it my entire life. I should expect something from it. So, right, left, I think most people like it. So we will pledge not to do it. A little short-sighted, but this forceful response helps blunt Democrats' attacks. Okay. Days before the election, Hurricane Sandy has slammed the East Coast, particularly urbanized New York and New Jersey. It's likely to benefit the president if he handles it well. How do you navigate this? We should go there too. Why not? But we'll see. You'll notice the most impacted areas are deep blue. Incompetent Democrat governments. No. We're not going to be sour. We're going to be, we got to support everybody. Over 100 Americans were killed by this hurricane, and New York City is underwater. Why are we talking politics? I want to visit and tour the damage. Make sure I'm on camera talking to a few people about how Obama let them down. Oh my God, man. Why? I mean, that answer was good until the Obama part. Why can't we just go and just be try and help out? Ann and I grieve alongside everyone impacted by this. I will help these people in whatever way I can when I'm president. Okay, so not good, not good, not good, and this is the good one. The hurricane draws Obama's attention away from the race momentarily, but the effect it will have on the election is hard to say right now. All right, so we are doing pretty good. We got one more question. So it doesn't look like we're going to pull through in Michigan or Wisconsin. Ohio looks good. Pennsylvania, we're within 1 point. Colorado is looking decent. This is going to be an absolute nail biter. So I honestly think, with the way this is looking, do I have any states that are very close right now? I could pull off an upset in Pennsylvania. Do I want to go with the gamble? That would absolutely put me over the top. Or do I want to play it safe and go with Ohio? Because I'm looking pretty good. So I think I'll go to Pennsylvania. We'll see. There are only a couple days left before Election Day. Where will you host your final campaign rallies? I think Ohio, this one right here, this is the answer. So Ohio is a must-win state. We can visit other Midwestern states like Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, but we're focusing on Ohio. So I think I played this pretty well. Are we going to have a President Mitt Romney? Let's see. Good luck, Mitt. Let's see if we pulled it off. Election night has arrived. Settle in and wait for the returns. However long it may take, best of luck. All right, guys. Let's see. Will Mitt Romney pull off the upset? Okay, so Kentucky is going to come in. Indiana is going to come in. Man, Minnesota would have been nice. I can't believe I actually had a chance at one point. Okay. So Obama's got Vermont, West Virginia, so no surprises yet. So the way we're going to realize if we're doing pretty good is if Ohio, comes in for us. So no swing states yet. So we absolutely have the win, obviously North Carolina. If Virginia comes in, I'm going to feel pretty confident. So no swing states yet. I mean, if Colorado comes in for us, then it's a wrap. So we got North Carolina. That's pretty good. That went for Obama. We got Virginia. I'm feeling pretty good, guys. Feeling pretty good. Ohio and Florida, man, we got this. We got this in the bag. Oh yeah, it's looking good. If we can pull off Pennsylvania, man, oh man, that'll be good. Come on. We're at 260. 260. I don't want to get too confident, though. Oh, we win! Yes. Yes. President Mitt Romney. Oh, yeah. Congratulations. You won this year's election. Click OK to view the rest of the returns. Or skip straight... Okay, anyway. My fellow Americans, thank you for electing me to the highest office. I will be the best president and define the 2010s. Okay, so let's see if we pull off with Pennsylvania. Maybe we can even shave off Wisconsin and Iowa. That would be really, really good. So we did get Wisconsin. Wow. Oh, man. We got Iowa. Are we going to pull off Pennsylvania and... Oh, yeah, New Hampshire. Oh, man. Come on. Let's push over 300 electoral votes. Let's do this. Come on. We did it. Man, we nearly swept every swing state. 321 electoral votes. We only beat, and the popular vote, though, is extremely close. We only beat Obama, not even by 2 points. It's like 1.3 or something. So these are going to be really close. Yeah, 0.3, 0.3 again. 1.1. Virginia, over 2 points. Ohio, over 2 points. Colorado, Nevada, go to the final results. Despite a well-fought battle from Barack Obama, you've become the first Mormon president and prevented the third re-election in a row with a respectable win. You will net a few Senate seats, but so few coming your way likely means Rubio will be breaking a few ties. Let's hope your bipartisanship and moderate views will help decisions be made quickly and effectively. Romney Care will most likely be replaced in Obamacare, although they aren't too different. And the Bush tax cuts will be extended to help the economy grow. If you're able to recover it and don't make any major mistakes, you should be able to win re-election in 2016. Get ready to move into the White House. Pretty good. Results by state. Man, I didn't think I was actually going to win this at all. Man, okay, closest states. The closest state was Pennsylvania, all right? And then New Hampshire, Wisconsin, and Iowa. My best states, Utah. And Obama's best state was, D.C. doesn't count, was Hawaii. How much did I win Florida by, actually? Florida, okay, pretty good. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're on to a new year. And, 2025 was a pretty decent year for the channel. 2026, I hope, is going to be even better. I'm currently working on the New Hampshire video with brand new town maps, almost on the presidential stuff. I know a lot of people are tired of that. I'm tired of it. We're going to be moving on to, the stuff that's going to be happening in the midterms. So midterms are going to be pretty exciting. I'm going to work on a bunch of stuff. And after the midterms, I'm going to release a lot of videos. I will be releasing, videos that, don't have to do with this year's midterms, like Louisiana gubernatorial pretty soon. And I got a lot of plans. So hopefully 2026 will be good. And I hope my personal life doesn't get too much in the way. And, obviously, thank you to everybody who's stuck with this channel. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. And I will see you later.